Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, you are welcome. I'm Sonia Ogbede, and if you are my returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how you can achieve a 30 minutes jumbo braid. So if you are the type that doesn't want to sit down to do that lengthy amount of hair, then this video is a must watch for you, because I'm going to break down the steps on how you can achieve this style in 30 minutes and neatly. Okay, before we begin, I will have to show you all that you need for this hair to be achieved. So first, you will need a braiding gel or a holding gel, a comb for combing your hair, and a rectal comb for sectioning, some piece of band to pack your hair out of the way, or a clip, some clips. Also, the final thing you will need is some braiding hair. Yeah, this is an extension braid, expression braid I mean. So I'm using these two colors together. And now here you see my large cornrows, and they are 7 in numbers. This should be based on your own preference, like how many you want, and depend on your hair length and volume. So for me, they are 7 in numbers, or 7 cornrows. So now let me show you how you can achieve this style in 30 minutes. Okay, first you have to pre-section your hair, because it is always great to pre-section your hair, so that when you start to add the extension, you already know the guidelines to follow. Now I'm going to show you how you can section this particular style, because it is not a straight pattern. So there is a guideline you should follow in order for you to get this pattern correctly. So to start patting this style based on how it is, you should start from the side, as you can see, as I'm showing you now, from the side of your hairline. You can see that's that side that I started from, where I put my comb. Yeah, that's part. Just place your comb there and pat it all the way to the center. So as you progress to the center of your hair, you have to curve your hand in order to get the shape that made the style to be unique. Watch me carefully. You have to pat it and curve your hand like a C, that you will bring your hand up when you get to that place. You see, as you see that place I'm showing you, when you get to that particular place, you have to curve your hand upwards, that you have to take more hair there, so that that shape will form. I was trying to show you clearly, but I didn't know that my head was not properly positioned on my camera, so bear with me. But as I believe you can still see a little bit of the shape there, but I believe you understand what I'm trying to explain. But just shape, as in make your hand go up a little bit like a C, like you are doing a C curve, but the C curve, you have to take your hand upwards, like from the beginning, that's from that side that is so narrow, but as you progress upwards, that's to the center, you take more hair and curve it like a C shape in that center where the style is going to form. And then as you progress through the back, you begin to take a tiny amount of hair so that you will have enough space for the remaining hair that you are going to part. So after sectioning this first one, I'm going to put it on loose cornrow to secure it. You want to watch the other parting because I'm still going to explain more on the parting if you don't understand it. So for the other parting, make sure you follow this guideline. This style is coming from one direction. So from the first cornrow that I've sectioned or that you section, make sure you place your comb right from the very beginning of your hair at the side. Make sure it's coming from the side. That is what the style is, or that is how the style is. So in order for you to get this style perfectly, you can watch my hand carefully and see how where the comb is being placed and how it is progressing through the center. See the way it's curving is not straight. So curve your hand from the center of the hairline of the center of your hair like a C curve, and make sure the hair that you are taking from that place is more than every other part of the sectioning. So as you progress through the back, make sure the parts are narrower than when you begin. That is, you take a tiny amount of hair from the back so that the other or the rest hair will be enough for you to braid the remaining part of the hair. Now you can see how the hair they are coming from one direction. So make sure you follow this guideline. Point the direction out as you part the hair so that you don't make a mistake. Make sure you follow these guidelines properly. Watch and listen to me carefully so that you don't get that this is what I wanted versus what I got. So if you want to get I copied from A to make B, make sure you follow this guideline carefully. That is if you want to make this exact same style. Now I'm going to part the rest hair down to begin with the cornrow, and make sure you watch how I'm going to cornrow it, because that is another thing, again another guideline for you to follow. Because if you mix the way I'm going to cornrow this hair, even if you part it the correct way and you don't follow the guidelines on how, or the rule on how you can cornrow this style, it's not going to come out well. So make sure you watch this video to the end as I teach you how you can also cornrow this style correctly. Now I'm done with parting, and here you can see there are 7 braids and they are all coming from one pointed direction. This is going to establish how my braids is going to follow. Here you can see about how much hair I'm taking, and this hair is cut into 4, and I'm using 2 packs of hair. I might not finish everything though. To begin with the hair, you have to have a braiding gel, as I mentioned earlier, to help your hair slick or lay properly, and also to give it a shiny effect and make it more neat. So I'm going to rub the braiding gel on my hair now before I begin with the cornrow. I'm starting with a little bit of my natural hair, and this will help me to protect my edges. After which I'm going in with a piece of hair and continue to braid. But for every 3 turns I make with the braid, I will add a new piece, and this piece will progress in size. So as you progress down the braid, you are adding more hair, and this will give you the option to determine how large or small the braid will be. So now I'm using the feed in technique. I'm feeding in each piece of hair as I progress down the braid. So I'm going to continue to feed the braids all the way down. So here I'm going to, as you can see, I'm still feeding in the braid, and I'm going to continue this same technique in the hair by feeding in, using my index finger and my thumb to feed in the braid and continue the braid. So now remember, I haven't told you, I haven't told you how this technique work, because this one that I'm braiding now is kind of straight, because there was not enough hair again to continue with that same pattern, that curve pattern. So you want to still hold on, because when I finish with this braid, I'm going to go over to the ones that have that shape of pattern that I did in the rest side of the hair. So when I finish with this one, you want to watch me do that other side, because that other side is unique. This one is kind of straight. So I'm still continuing with the feed in method of braiding till I'm going to finish. And as you progress through the back, make sure your hair is not that big, or the back is not too big, so that it will be able to fit in the back, because you don't want some hanging around or hanging in the hair. Make sure you maintain that consistency so that everything will be equal. You can see the back is laying so well. So make sure you follow this method, and you'll be able to achieve this style in just 30 minutes. Now, to maintain this style or this pattern, you have to make sure that your hand is positioned towards the direction of the curving or the pattern. That is how you parted the style. That is how your hand is going to be positioned. Make sure your hand is curved, as in make sure it's following the curve, because if you don't follow it, you are going to end up braiding. I don't know how to put it. You are going to end up with another style, and it's going to brush. You're going to have too much brush on it, like too much hair at the side, which is not supposed to be so. So make sure you position your hand, as in make sure your hand is in line with the curve, so that you will get that style, so that you get the style perfectly as you have already parted it. As you can see, just follow the way. You can see the way my hand is positioned is directly upwards, and my hand is not coming down, because if I do so, the style is going to bend. It's going to bend to the other side, which is not supposed to be so, because the style is supposed to be bent upwards the way it is, the way I parted it. So make sure you follow these guidelines, and the main thing, or the main way, or the way that you can keep, as in you can be able to get these 30 minutes to be able to keep this style, or to be able to get this style in 30 minutes, is by truly patting everything down first, so that you just, once you finish patting it, all you have to do is start adding extension, because you don't need to bother yourself in patting each sections anymore. So on on average, I'm adding about 7 to 10 pieces of braids per hair per braid, I mean. So make sure you follow these steps, and when doing your own braids, and tell me the outcome when you try it. So you can see now I'm going to finish up with the hair and show you how the hair came out or turned out to be. I must tell you, I am very happy with this hairstyle, the way it turned out. As you can see, this is the end result of the hair. You can see how beautiful it is. I'm going to rock this hair for like maybe 2 weeks or thereabouts, depending on how I care for it. So you can see how beautiful it is. I so much love this hair. I so much love it. It's so simple, and it took me 30 minutes. I'm not lying to you. It took me 30 minutes to finish up. Follow these guidelines the way I taught you, the way I have outlined it out for you in this video. Follow it and you will achieve this hairstyle the way you want it. Okay, now guys, thanks for watching. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share, comment, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching. Bye.